Hi guys, so my name is Dario. I'm really glad to be here, my first year at Summerjam. So I'll be speaking a bit about marketing plan, marketing strategy. So yeah, basically you know that marketing, how many of you are studying business? Most of you, yeah, are enrolled in business programs. So most of you are well informed why marketing is important for not only for new entrepreneurs, for mature firms. It's important because you need to create, deliver, communicate value. So you're not selling products and services. You're selling value to customers. You are solving the problems they have. So customers are human beings with needs. Okay? So a marketing plan is a formalized document which you need when you start a new venture. When you are new growing entrepreneur, you need a marketing plan to communicate to the public, to investors, how are you planning to commercialize your idea. So it's important. So I will not be spending too much time talking about these formal steps in marketing plan. So you will be doing an exercise later on. So you will be given a template of marketing plan. So we'll go through it. So most of these things in marketing plan are pretty much same and complementary to the stuff you already saw in business model canvas. Okay? So then you spoke about value proposition. We'll speak about value proposition here because it's the most important thing. So marketing plan is a document. You will draft it. It's not a big problem, big issue. You will contextualize it within your entrepreneurial idea. But what is important, how does your idea connect to customers? How does your idea create value? That's the main problem. You should always think about it over and over. Another side of the story is that entrepreneurship is an act of taking risks, being innovative, proactive. Okay? I'm pretty much agree with that statement, but also what Andre, I think, said yesterday. Is he here with us, Andre? Yeah? He's probably on the beach, yeah? He said, yeah, you need to divide the business owner and the manager. Okay, if firm wants to be successful, you need both. You need the owner who will invest, find the investors, and you need the managers. Managers are the ones who possess skills, competencies, resources, how to run, manage, and build your business. So it's pretty much important, as also Andre said, do not drop your college. Okay, there are many, many examples of people who never finished college education, university, and they became world famous entrepreneurs. It's not about it. You need to build your capacity, your capabilities. This is how entrepreneurs will succeed. So I'll be talking about these capabilities from the marketing perspective. Why are they important and why they need to thrive within you. So it's all about the social stuff. So marketing is social discipline, how to manage people, like every management practice. So we'll talk mostly about it. So plan, you will get the template for marketing plan. It's not a big deal, but we'll focus on the more important things. Yeah. So every new entrepreneurial idea is actually starting and should start from the actual needs and potential needs in the market. So this is the most important thing. So you can have a great product, great service, technical characteristics are far more superior than your competitors. But will they value your product? Do these superior characteristics mean something to your customers? Okay, so you need to always ask this question over and over before you actually commercialize this idea. Okay, and entrepreneurial savvy is very, very important. So you need to be proactive, but the key role of entrepreneur is to create more value for customers than any other solution in the market. So you are always disrupting something. There are many industries. It's a common buzzword in tech world, in IT. When they say disruption is happening now. You all have installed many apps in your smartphones that you're using. Okay? So disruption is happening. It's not only in IT. It's happening in traditional mature industries also. Because entrepreneurs find ways how to create more value with different approach to satisfy the same need. Okay? Most of them use new technologies, smartphones, internet, okay? This is how we today are transforming, let's say, retailing. We are moving it on the internet, so we call it e-tailing, e-tailing, yeah? So will retailing completely go online? It's not conclusive from this side, especially if you talk about the groceries. Will you be buying from home 2 clicks away, and they will deliver your groceries to your home place? So still we want to go and see the products if they are fresh. You don't want to search the catalog and click and order. You want to see these products, food products, if they are fresh. Okay, you won't feel them. But these things are happening. So maybe in 10, 20 years, we'll be seeing the grocery retail supermarkets only online. Walmart has seen this as an opportunity, Amazon. So there's a huge battle between now. I don't know if you are aware, between Amazon and Walmart, huge battle in this e-tailing arena. Okay, so what you need, of course, your entrepreneurial proactiveness is very important, but your source of competitiveness, your competitive advantage. Why are you so different and better than others? So what are your competencies, your resources, skills that will create more value? So are you offering a new technology, doing the same thing with less? So that's the core question. In marketing is not marketing plan, it's a lousy document. You can draft it. Today we'll try to draft marketing plan for your ideas. But the core question is built around the customer perceived value. So how do customers perceive your product? What's the value in it? So every product and service offers some benefits, okay? Okay. Some benefits from the left side. So there's a benefit in product quality, superior characteristics. There's a value in service, if you are offering value-added services, contact center, fully operational, 24 hours working. Personnel benefit, you have skilled employees. I don't know if you heard about the Zappos startup, firm Zappos, from US. Yeah, nobody's here from US. So it's a firm which sells shoes online. Nothing so special. I told most of you today, talking about your ideas, I told, don't try to make things complex. The best startups, best entrepreneurial ideas are simple. So this Zappos guy, this Tony guy who runs it, it's a multi-billion-dollar startup, and he sells shoes online. What's his competitive advantage? What do you think? What is so unique about his business? So you click shoes, you find your shoes, design, shoe number, you click online, buy, and they deliver to you. What do you think is behind this? What's their competitive advantage? Why did people choose to buy online from Zappos?
Return policy.
Sorry?
Return policy.
Return policy, okay. It's also factored in. Thank you. Anything else? What do you think? Sorry? Can you speak louder?
Simplicity.
Simplicity, okay, so there's simplicity in eBay, Amazon. So if you have the same competitive advantage, no one gains the edge, okay? So it's not actually something that will give you edge. What do you think it is?
Options.
Sorry?
Options are available.
There are plenty of options, plenty of e-tailers. So it's not the key idea. Sorry?
Isn't that website when you buy it and every month they take money and every month they send you a new pair of shoes?
No.
It's not that.
It's a traditional e-tailer. So it's in personnel. They have skilled employees who are always welcoming customers, talk with them about their ordinary life. They're so welcoming. You call, you have a problem with Zappos, so have the personal benefit and service, after-sales service. If they sent you a wrong pair of shoes, you just contact them, and they're so helpful, so welcoming. This is their core value. Not the product, not this e-tailing platform. Everybody has it now. But the key thing is having skilled employees to treat your customers. That's their value. Okay, so you should always think about the benefits you are offering to customers. Try to offer something that competitors do not offer. Try to find this. This is how new e-tailers succeed. They do not compete on the basis of the offering. They all offer the same shoes. You can buy on eBay, Amazon, but Zappos has these really nice employees who talk with you, talk about your life problems. And they even give you rewards. Actually, they give you a discount if they make mistake. Okay, so this is the key point. Also, you can add value to through benefits, and also you can lower customer costs. So customer gets benefits, but he needs to always what? When he buys the product, what he needs to do? Huh? Before it, they will not give you a product unless you pay for it. Yeah, so you need to pay. You need to bear some costs. These costs are not only monetary costs, paying the price. This is why I asked most of you today, what's your revenue model? How do you plan to earn money? Okay, guys, all of you have beautiful ideas, but what about earning money? So how will your customers, what's the monetary cost for them? What they need to pay? Besides monetary cost, which is pure economic form, you have the dimensions of non-monetary costs, such as time, energy, and psychological cost. So, how many of you use Uber? Why? Let's see now this equation of total values and total value, total benefits, and total cost. So why you choose Uber over traditional taxi? Why? What's so special about Uber?
Customer service, quickness.
Quickness. The price? Do you agree all? From our perspective in Croatia, the price gives them competitive edge. They're always a bit cheaper. Yeah, a lot cheaper. Can they compete on the basis of product? So they are service firm offering a service, transport service. Are they better than traditional taxis in this? So they have better cars? No, it's not their way to compete. The cost it's the energy cost. They are lowering the non-monetary costs also. So you just open your smartphone, you connect on internet, put your location on, you just click, they send you a cab. But if I'm talking now from Croatian perspective, what we needed to do to get a cab, you should call the taxi service, they should put you on hold, say, I will see if we have available taxis to pick you up. So it's a burden, it's a wasting of my time. This is cost also, not only paying a price. Okay, this is why Uber is performing well. This is disruption, not the technology. Forget about it. So always put aside technology. It's not technology, but this. This is marketing, not IT. Okay? Also Airbnb. Is it the same thing? They are lowering these non-monetary costs. You should just go online, put the destination you want to go to, put the dates, click, book, you're done. So this is disruption. Just looking from different perspective on this very important equation. So this is why I said to you, put aside marketing plan. It's easy to draft one. You need to think about this. This is the most important thing, okay? Okay, so let's talk now about marketing plan. So this is what I want to speak with you about before talking about the marketing plan. So marketing plan is a formalized document which guides you through commercializing your entrepreneurial venture. Your new product, your new service. So you need a plan, you need a draft, how to commercialize it. So it's a set of rules. It's a formal document. I don't like formalities. Actually, I was happy to see that I can deliver a lesson in short. Okay? But plan is very important, so you should not avoid having one if you have a sound entrepreneurial idea. Okay, so every plan starts with the analysis of the context. Your context, your environment. You have external environment, okay, you heard about it. External, internal environment, yourself. Look into yourself. What are your strengths and weaknesses, okay? And as a result of combining and drilling this data, you should be able to construct SWOT analysis. You are familiar with SWOT analysis? Okay, it's analysis of the external environment and internal environment at the same time. So you should assess the opportunities and threats coming from external environment and strengths and weaknesses coming from your perspective, from your firm, okay? Then, of course, the goal formulation, you should be able to formulate some goals, set the goals. These goals are always in terms of financial. Sometimes, yeah, now the marketing goals are becoming very important and should have a place in marketing plan. It's a marketing plan, so we need marketing goals, not only financial. I want to acquire 10% of the market. So you should be able to speak in the categories that are relevant to marketing, not only financials, because you'll talk tomorrow with Marco with financials. So it's a kind of different story. Marketing, with marketing you gain something, you gain customers, but at the same time you bear costs because you need to invest to attract those customers. So it's always a different perspective, but it's worthwhile in long term. Okay, so plans are really good for long term. After goals, of course, you should talk about your strategy, your positioning. How do you position in terms of present competition? So what's new? What's the unique thing about you? How do you create more value for customers? What we spoke about. So what's your strategy, marketing strategy, basically? Is it a lower price, lower energy costs, lower minimizing the time that you need to commercialize? The consumer needs to use your product. So you should always think about it. This is strategy. The very, very first equation I talked to you about. Program formulation, marketing tactics in terms of customer value, marketing mix, product price, promotion, distribution. We'll speak about it, so it's pretty much a template also. And of course, at the end, you have a feedback and control. It's mostly you are setting the financial projections and you are seeing if the goals you set in terms of financials, in terms of marketing goals, if you have succeeded to fulfill them. If not, you're coming back, so it's iterative process. At the start, setting the goals, being less ambitious, so lower your ambition sometimes. So you're a startup, you will not conquer the world, forget about it, okay? Your market is not whole world, always try to find your segment, okay? We'll speak about it a bit later, yeah. So, analysis of external environment. It's important to identify the opportunities and threats. Opportunities can always come from the aspects of macro environment, external environment. So you have the technology is changing. What Andrei, I think, he spoke about it yesterday. So technology is changing rapidly. So this has also created a very, very nice platform for many startup companies in high tech. This is, we should be honest. This is the reason why many startups like Airbnb, like Uber, they succeeded because the technology was advancing. We are started using the smartphones. The smartphones have disrupted the traditional mobile phone industry. So they recreated this industry. And this is what these companies took advantage of. But external environment was a big boost for them, but knowing how to create more value is far more important. Okay? So you should analyze what changes are happening in external environment, because these things can boost you up or they can really hamper you sometimes, limit your potential. So you need to be able to objectively analyze what's happening with the economic environment. Is the consumer income going up? So does consumer have a more disposable income to spend more? Okay, this is always a good thing. So people will start buying more products, the products and services they were not used to buy before, because they have the wallet is much more thinner. Sorry. So you should always think about the external environment in terms of these trends, which you cannot control. You just you need to adapt and try to take the opportunities and avoid these threats. Okay. Yeah, these are the forces. I will not go through them because you can always read in every marketing textbook about these elements of macro environment. So it's economic, demographic, natural, technological, socio-cultural, and political and legal. So these are the important pillars of macro environment which can boost or hamper your opportunities. Okay? They're not creating value. They're changing customers. Oh, they change you and they change customers. How customers think about the value. Okay? Customer thinking about value 50 years ago and customer today, they're totally different. Different types. Everything has changed. And we had the global financial crisis. You remember? Okay? So everybody started to spend less. It's crisis, man. I should spend less. I should only buy what I need. And then the recession went away and people continued with their buying habits. They continued buying the products they used to buy before recession. This is the trend in economic environment. You cannot change it. The customers, firms adapt to this. Okay? So you cannot change it. You should adapt and try to find opportunities in this. Also, external environment has the elements of micro environment. This micro environment is the one that influences you as a firm more directly. So these are first and foremost your customers, okay? The ones you will be targeting. So the market, who are your customers in the market? You should find your segments, okay, using the market segmentation variables. Is it an income, age, gender, psychographics, you name it. Okay, competition is very important. Do not forget competition. So every market-oriented firm that is successful at the same time is oriented on customer value, create more value, but also monitoring what the competition does. So you need to balance this. And also, let's say, suppliers and other partners in supply chain you may have, they are also valuable source of your competitiveness, which is really important in manufacturing industries, the suppliers of raw materials. Without them, you would not be able to produce your own product. So, every of these external environment issues is different for different firms from different industries. So there's no pattern. There's no one size fits all. Okay? So you should all think, when you start the exercise with the marketing plan, think, contextualize this analysis within your problem, your idea. How do these elements influence your idea, which will be potential new value for customers. Okay? Contextualize. There's no pattern, no one size fits all. Always think. Of course, you should, besides external environment, look into yourself. What do you have in the firm? How many people, how many employees, with what skills, what resources? So not all of you are economists, yeah? Some of you are engineers, yeah? Okay, we have different. Yeah, that's really good. So every firm is built its capacity with people from with different backgrounds. So you have a guy who knows finance, who knows marketing, who knows the leadership. You have the tech guy who knows if many of you picked the apps. Apps are really beautiful. You need the tech guy to program it, the IT tech guy. Okay? So you need to look into yourself. Many of these startups do not have a brand name. I do a lot of research with small firms, academically, and in the last 2 years I started researching startups. The main problem with startups is they do not have the capacity nor time to build a brand. They just started, and brand goes from zero. Nobody knows about you. But the exponential growth of brand name in startup industries is amazing. But in startup industries, you also have something that is called life cycle. Startups initiate, they grow, and they die very fast. But the entrepreneurs behind them start new businesses. So this is the beauty of entrepreneurship. Okay, gosh, I love entrepreneurship. I do research in entrepreneurship, although I'm a marketing guy. Okay, so it's really intriguing to see how people and small firms create value in the market, which is let's be honest, in traditional industries dominated by the mature industry leaders in groceries. So it's really nice to see how they confront, how do they compete with the established players in the market. Okay? So you should look external environment, internal environment, and merge it all in SWOT analysis to find out your strengths and weaknesses, which originate from your internal environment. And you should also, of course, this external environment shapes you and your customers, so you should look for opportunities and threats arising from the external environment. Okay, contextualize. We'll exercise this with every project you have. So you will see that there are different SWOT analysis. One element of macro environment may have different influence on different startups. For some startup, it may be relevant, economic environment. For some, none. Okay, so this is why I always ask you contextualize. There's no pattern to write down one-size-fits-all analysis. So you should look it from your perspective. Okay, after analysis and seeing the complete picture of the external environment, internal environment, and your position, the opportunities and threats that arise from it, you should be able to define the goals. The goals are important. They are setting the route for you, the path. What do you want to achieve? So most of these goals are always some kind, they're a platform to evaluate your, let's say, financial performance in the end. And also, they represent a benchmark whether your strategy is working, marketing strategy. Is it working? Is this new idea to create more value for customers really working? You set the goal, you said, this is a beautiful idea, we will gain 10% of the market. Did it happen? No, because you overlooked what is true value for customers in this market. So the thing that you transformed and went online doesn't mean anything to customers. In retail market, grocery retail, still doesn't mean too much for them. Only a couple of % people buys groceries online. So you should wait more years ahead. It will happen sometimes, hopefully. Yeah? But now you set the wrong goal. You did not fulfill it. Okay? So goals are really important, yeah, also for budgeting. You will talk about the financial plan, so tomorrow with Marco, he'll tell you some things to watch for. So goals need to be full of the SMART criteria. You heard about this? SMART criteria, it's a methodology for setting the goals. So they need to be very specific, okay? They need to be measurable, meaning quantitative. You need to measure them. Measurement, gosh, I love measurement. I love numbers. Without numbers, so marketing is not all about being creative. Far from that. Marketing is ability to analyze the results, which are always numbers, and to redefine your strategy and redefine your approach. So everything is in numbers, eventually. Yeah? They need to be achievable. It's good to be ambitious, but lower your ambition. You're a startup, you're starting something that's really good, so no one expects you to rule the world. No one expects you, so you're starting. Even, especially with if it's your first venture. It's your first endeavor. So be critical, be very smart, ambitious, but not that much. So you want these goals to be achievable. Also, goals need to be relevant. In marketing strategy, in marketing plan, we always set the goals market share. I want to gain some percent of the market. I want to achieve sales in numbers. I want to achieve profits. I want to achieve the percent of acquiring new customers. I want to set it up at 20%. So every year I want to catch 20% of new customers. Okay, so you need to be able to see these goals relevant for your endeavor. And also time-bound. The goals are always said, we want to achieve sales of this and this amount in a couple of years. We want to achieve our sales growth of 3% every year throughout next 5 years. Okay? So goals are very important. So, yeah, be ambitious, but also be realistic. That's the main message from the how to define the goals. Also, After defining the goals, you should think about the strategy. Your strategy should always be aligned with your value proposition. The very first equation I shown you, the customer value and the customer costs. Align this. So if you're creating more value in minimizing, you are minimizing the costs. You are offering cheaper products or services. So this is your strategy. You are a cost leader. Okay? Your cheapest option in the market. Doesn't mean anything bad. So you are just minimizing the cost because you offer the same value. Uber offers the same ride like traditional taxi, nothing so special. But they offer it cheaper and they offer it with the less aggravation for customers. So they don't need to waste so much time. They just click, taxi comes. Okay, always think that your strategy, marketing strategy, is well aligned with your value proposition. The Zappos. You should Google it after and see it's a really, really nice, great firm. So Zappos is selling shoes online, but it builds its competitive advantage on service. Okay, so they differentiate. It's another strategy, which is really good. So differentiate or cost leadership. Sometimes firms excel at both. They are also offering more value in benefits and offering lower costs. There are pretty much rare examples of it, but they exist. They exist. And also, your strategy may be focused. So you may be focused on niche market. You heard about the word niche? So very, very narrow segment of the market. So you specialize within it. So you create all your value proposition tailored to them. Totally tailored for this kind of market. It can be what is very popular now in marketing research is ethnic marketing. So you have many migrations happening around the world. People go there, study somewhere else, live somewhere else, work somewhere else. So you have many of these flows happening. So you have many communities thriving in many different countries. So these people are ethnic niches. They have very specific needs in terms of product preference, which is shaped because of their mostly culture, different cultures. So they have very special needs in terms of products. So this is a very huge market today. Trust me. So focus can be a really good strategy. But you still need to be able to create value for this niche and focus on them. Forget the others. Other 6 billion or more. Okay? How to select the market. So what's your market? It's also an important question. So you can always pick one segment or two segments. It's up to you. So you need to profile the market, use the segmentation approaches. Will you use the demographic variables, age, income, I don't know, psychographics, lifestyle? There's plenty of good marketing in lifestyle. Just see around the music. People listening to hip hop, people listening to punk rock, they all have some, so their lifestyle actually influences what they buy. In terms, let's say, the sneakers. And most companies know this. You all know Adidas. Adidas is a sports brand. But what Adidas tries to be a lifestyle brand. You know this? Of course. Most of you entered their concept store at least once. You can see all these really nice, fashionable tracksuits and everything else. So lifestyle is a big, huge market. And you should be able to segment the market. So what variables matter to find your target market? Eventually, you need to target. You need to pick them, actually. Targeting is all about creating this value offering which will fit their needs. So there are many approaches. The first one you should always avoid is undifferentiated marketing. So you don't want to profile the market. You don't want any segments. You all see all customers are same to you. So this is commoditized approach. So if you are selling bread, okay. You sell loaf of bread, everybody buys it. Even now you have options when buying the bread. You have a healthy one, you have with the seeds, you name it. 10, 20 types of bread. So try to avoid. You're not trying to conquer whole market. It's impossible. You cannot be everything to everyone. Forget it. Put it in a garbage can. What's far more better is differentiated marketing or concentrated niche marketing. So you deliver specific market offering for each segment. Okay? So if you have resources to create different value offerings for different segments in the market, you will win. It's a really, really good story behind this, and you confront it every day. How many of you do have Samsung mobile phone? How many of you? Many of you, yeah, have Samsungs. How? iPhone is dominating? Yeah. So you know the story. iPhone, there's only one type, possibly two models. I don't know. They have the S version, yeah? It's a special version. In Samsung, the portfolio is wide. You have the cheap smartphone, cheaper, more expensive, and the most expensive Edge, S7, new one. So you have for every pocket in the market, Samsung has a solution. So they try to practice differentiated marketing, value offering, different smartphone types, depending on the quality and the price, for each segment which is sensitive on price. So these things are expensive. But iPhone doesn't care. You have only one. Totally different approach. You have one, you want to buy it, okay. But the Apple is the most valuable brand in the world. Their value, you know the value of Apple? Only the brand name, the Apple. Bitten Apple. You know how much is it worth? How much? $160 billion. If you want to buy this sign. Far more than all the infrastructure resources, facilities they have. Imagine this. So this is Apple, and they're really successful in this. Samsung has higher market share because of this strategy, but has higher costs when you need to adapt marketing mix for each of the segments present in the market. iPhone doesn't have such costs. So iPhone is much more profitable than Samsung. You know that? Samsung has higher sales, of course, because they try to untap every market segment. But iPhone says, I don't care. You have one iPhone, you buy it or leave it. Okay? So it's up to you to choose the strategy. So its targeting approach is very important. And eventually, of course, the value proposition itself, its marketing mix. So how do you want to develop your marketing mix? Also, marketing mix needs to be aligned with the first equation, benefits and costs for customers. In that very first equation, you have many answers for your marketing mix. So if you build a quality product, so you should address it in the product issues, product policy, the assortment, the portfolio of the products, depth, width. You should discuss it. So these all needs to be aligned with the previous steps. Also the price. So what's your revenue model? I asked many of you today, if you remember. What's the revenue model? How do you plan to earn money? Forget about being beneficial to society. How do you plan to earn money? Marco will ask you tomorrow. It's far more important thing for finance. How do you plan to finance your venture? You need to earn money, you need cash flow, you need revenues, sales. How do you plan to do it? That's the core question, guys, so no illusions. Okay? This is what's the most important. I will ask you over and over again about your revenue model, the price. Mostly it's price. You pay price, you get product. You pay fee, membership, I don't know. Many of you have different revenue models. It's really nice. So think about it over and over. Can you introduce some kind of innovation in pricing? Dynamic pricing. Discounts. Always think about it. Promotion, how to promote yourself. In the past, people relied on advertising, mature industries, food products industry, rely on mass advertising, mass media. It's expensive, and it's not efficient for many startups. They don't have so much resources, and it's pointless for you to advertise yourself on TV, national TV. It's expensive and pointless. You will not reach your segment. Okay? Think about the alternative approaches. Social media, of course. Social media. Who are you addressing? Who's your customer? That's the main problem. If you are in B2B market, if your customers are firms, the firms that are buying a product from you, you don't need any of advertising. Because B2B firms rely on relationships. You need to build up the relationships with them. Okay? It's everything in B2B markets, it's about the personal contact. Okay? Think about trade fairs. I don't know. There are plenty of innovative ideas about promotion, and which are cheaper than advertising, which is expensive. And at the end, last but not least, distribution. It's important. How will you deliver the products? Okay, we are now living in the era of electronic marketplaces. So giants like Amazon, eBay, Walmart, they're moving their business model online. So is it feasible for you? Okay? There's one startup. They were selling actually glasses, sunglasses. Okay? First they started online. Okay? Started online, selling sunglasses online. And they earned a lot of money. It was $1 billion. Nothing special, selling sunglasses online with no physical store. But now they started opening physical stores. That's not the way things happen in disruption. Things happen from physical store, you abandon it, you go online. But this was a reverse model. You know why? What do you think? Yeah, they need to pay, of course, for the location, for everything. Its costs are going up. But what's the benefit? How does it influence the value we talked about? What about the sunglasses? What? You want to try them on, you know? And they integrate it down. You try them on in the physical store, and you just go directly. While exiting the store, you just click and buy, and they send it to your place. Same thing happened with Amazon, the largest bookstore which started online. You know Amazon. Now they started opening physical stores. Amazon Books, you saw that. Things are changing, so you have the reversible process happening. Because they know that by selling sunglasses, you will add more value if people can try them. So this is important to demonstrate the product. Because I'm not really sure, actually. I like some sunglasses, but I want to see in person, how do they fit me? Well, look nice in them. Okay? So this is the reason how this reversibility happens, because of creating more value. This is more value. Because customer will be reassured and will buy product in the end. So marketing mix should be always aligned with the value proposition, positioning, marketing strategy, and always bear that in mind. Everything starts from the very beginning, and what's your value for customers? How do you plan to add value? Of course, every marketing plan at the end should have some key issues to address the feedback and control of your results. Of course, you set the goals, you need to control for them. You need to assess, you need to measure every damn indicator you put in goals. You should be able to measure them at the end. And then to see if they are aligned with what you planned, everything is okay. At the most of the time, it's not okay. You always put, most of the time, you put ambitious goals. And you go back and you lessen them down. Be less ambitious, lower down. Lower your market share ambitions from 10% to 4%. Okay? So feedback, it's iteration. So go back to goals, redefine them, change your strategy if needed, change marketing mix if you made some mistakes. Okay? So as Peter Drucker, he's the most cited guru from management, marketing, and entrepreneurs, said, it's more important to do right things, okay, to be effective, to achieve your goals. So marketing value for customers is about effectiveness, reaching the goal, doing the right thing. That's addressing properly what customers value in the market. So this is the core question. This is why I'm repeating it all over and over, and I will be repeating it until the end, until we exit this resort. Okay? Yeah, of course. Every plan has the similar structure. You will see it. You can now go to Google, type in marketing plan template, and you will come up with tens of thousands of templates for marketing plans. So most of them follow this structure we talked about. So executive summary. What's the summary for the business owner? You want to put it in one paragraph to address the key important things. Table of contents, of course, it's formalized document, so we need content, table of contents. Also, what's your situation analysis, external, internal environment, SWOT analysis, what about your strategy, so segmentation, targeting, positioning. And eventually, marketing tactics, marketing mix, 4 Ps, product, price, place, promotion, and eventually implementation controls, which are mostly concerned with financials. So we'll talk tomorrow more about this with Marco, yeah? So plans should be simple, everything is simple, ideas should be simple, addressing simple needs. So this is how more value can be created in the market. Is the plan complete? So you should be able to provide all the steps we talked about. Is it specific? Does it talk about your product? So marketing plan is always done for the product or service. Don't talk about your company wide. Don't talk about the corporate things. We want to become the company with the best image in the market. Forget that. Talk about your product. Marketing plan is for specific products and services. One product, one service, or line of products, if they can fit together, okay? Is the plan realistic? Of course. Be ambitious. It's really good to be ambitious, but yeah, it's entrepreneurial things, and entrepreneurship is all trying new things, failing, starting again. So this is the process. It will happen to you also. You will fail, but it's not the end, actually. It's a new beginning. It's an iteration that goes around. Okay, guys? Thank you for your attention. That's all I had to say for now. Actually, it's perfect timing, I think, yeah? Okay, so are we now open